What's up everyone, welcome to my 9th After Effects tutorial. And in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to adjust the speeds and velocities of your keyframes on a motion path. So the first thing we want to do is make a motion path using the position hotkey P. So I'm going to take Charlie and move him down to the bottom left and make his first keyframe there. Then about halfway through the animation he's going to go up, and at the end he's going to end in the bottom right hand corner. Now what I want you guys to take note of, and I'm going to tell you first, is the speed of your animation is controlled by these little dots. Those are called frames. What your animation does is hop from one of these dots to another until it gets to a keyframe. So if they're evenly spaced out, then our object is going to move at a constant speed. The closer they are together, the faster our object moves, or the slower our object moves. The more they're spaced out, the faster our object moves. So this is good. By default they're evenly spaced out, but sometimes we want to have it look like it's accelerating or decelerating to make it look more realistic. As you can see right now, if he goes, it kind of looks like he's just sprinting out and then he's going hitting a brick wall, and it's not very realistic. To make this a little more realistic, we should have him start out kind of slow, then get faster, and then as he's stopping, kind of slow down a bit. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. Let's go to our last keyframe and make sure it's selected. If it's yellow, it's selected. Go up to Animation, go to Keyframe Assistant, and go to Easy Ease. The hotkey for this is F9. And once you hit that, you can see that your keyframe, instead of a little diamond, it turned into a little curvy yellow, kind of looks like an hourglass kind of thing. And another thing to take note of is that these dots are no longer evenly spaced out. These are kind of farther apart, meaning that our object's going to go faster, and at the end, the tighter together they are, our object's going to kind of slow down at the end. It looks like he's coming to a nice stop. So let's go ahead and I'll show you guys what it looks like. As you can see, if you pay careful attention, he's just coming to a nice stop at the end. So again, you can either highlight a keyframe and press F9. I can't press F9 though, because my screen recorder will stop and do some crazy stuff if I press F9. But and if not, Animation, Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease. And this will make all the frames around that keyframe ease in or ease out. Now if you want to get rid of this, just hold down Control on your keyboard, or what is it, Command I believe it's on a Mac, and just click. And again, if you want to get rid of it, hold down Control and click with your mouse, and these will put it back to the default what's it called, the same speed throughout. So if you want to, so that's pretty much how you ease in and ease out using a position path. And in my next tutorial, I'm going to be going over how to do this in very advanced. We learned how to just apply a default ease in and ease out, but if you want to give it a custom ease in and ease out, then I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do that using the graph editor in the next tutorial. So thank you guys for watching. Learn how to do ease in and ease out, and once you learn that, you can move on to my next tutorial. So I'll see you then. What's up everyone, welcome to my 10th After Effects tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use the graph editor to edit the keyframe velocity. So go ahead and keep our position path just like this, and what we're going to want to do next is make a new rotation. So again, highlight your layer and click R for rotation. Now make sure that you can edit keyframes, and I'm just gonna make 3 keyframes real quick. One in the middle. I'll make this one, you can do anything. I'll make my 326 degrees. That's pretty random. And I'll make my next one, actually I'll make this one 268. Sounds like good numbers to me. So now after you're done doing this, click home to go back to your beginning. And to adjust the keyframe velocity of this, we want to work with something called the graph editor. Now your graph editor is right here, so click that, and as you can see, your little keyframes converted into a nice graph. These yellow squares right here represent your keyframes. Now this is a visual tool that you can look and see just how much your object is rotating. From left to right on the x-axis, left to right represents time, and on your y-axis these numbers represent the degrees in which your object rotates. So in about 1 second, our object is going to rotate 300 degrees. That's what it's telling you right now. And again, if you want to adjust these, just grab a hold of them and either move them up, which is going to increase the rotation, down, which is going to decrease the rotation, left, which is going to make it rotate faster, or right, that's going to make it rotate slower. So I'm going to leave mine to rotate about 200 degrees in about 1 second. So once you learn how you can move those, this will give you a certain control over your rotation. And again, if you want to hover over a line, a little box is going to pop up that show you in that point in time what the rotation of your object is going to be. So after 20 frames, Charlie is going to be rotated 135 degrees. Now to give you even more control over your rotation, just like we did in the last tutorial, we learned how to ease in and ease out, but we didn't exactly learn how to edit that manually. To do that, we need to use this little button, and this is the Easy Ease button. Go ahead and click that, and now you can visually see your object ease in and ease out. In the last tutorial, when we just clicked the button, we were kind of stuck with the defaults, and in this tutorial we can edit the ease in and ease out using these handles. These handles, just like using them on your motion path, the greater you drag them, the more I don't know how I call it, severe or something, that your thing's gonna ease in or ease out. As you can see, it's gonna start out rotating real fast, then at the end it's gonna kind of level off and rotate kind of slow. So enough talking, let me show you guys what this means. As you can see, Charlie starts out going real fast, and then he eases down. And this is represented again in our motion path. The more dramatic the slope, the more dramatic he's going to rotate, and the more even the slope, the less he's going to rotate. So right here in about 10 frames he rotated about 250 degrees, and then the next 10 frames he only rotated about 20 degrees. So again, that's how you can use your handles and your Easy Ease button to manually control the rotation and ease of your keyframes. And again, if you want to toggle that off, just click this little button right here. This is the graph editor. And if you want to get rid of it completely, again, hold down Control and click the button, and those will bring you back to the normal keyframes. So that is how you use handles and the graph editor to edit keyframe velocity. It probably doesn't sound too useful, but trust me, in the future it's going to help you out a ton. So study that, play around with the graph editor a little bit and the Easy Ease functions, and once you learn all this, you can move on to my next tutorial. So I'll see you then. Thanks.